Good morning, church. Happy Saturday. Pastor Justin coming to you from Lower Fuller Lake, and actually from the past. This was Friday when I shot this. I took the day, just Jesus and I, going up into the wilderness and the beautiful creation. Not a cloud in the sky today. It's been a great time to reflect on today's tomorrow's proverb, 16:32, which says, "Better to be patient than powerful, better to have self-control than conquering a city." It's interesting how Solomon compares these two things, and I've seen both of these in my life. Better to be patient than powerful. There have been times in my life, even this last week, where I had the power to say something. I could have also, and what would have been better, is to be patient, or as the ESV says it, slow to anger. Had something going on with Jill, and there was that moment in time when you're like, I know I shouldn't say this, but instead of being patient and slow to speak or anger, I said it. And the instant I said it, I regretted it. I wish I could have taken it back, and it was so much worse to have used that power for evil and not for good. Also with self-control, I see there are times in my life, maybe it's not taking a city, but it's taking things that I know I shouldn't. And for me, sometimes that's food. As I've shared in the past, my propensity to overeat, and I can see when I can take and I take and I take, and you know what? It wasn't better. It would have been better to have self-control, because afterward, there's shame, there's a tummy ache. That was not better to take what I wanted. And you know, that takes us back to the garden, right? That's how we got into this mess in the first place. Adam and Eve did not exercise self-control or patience. They did not say, God, what would you want? But instead they took. They took of the tree, decided that they knew better than God. And that's what came of it. It wasn't better. Shame and hiding and blame shifting, brokenness and sin and a fractured relationship with God entered into the world. But then, as we've been reading in Matthew, Jesus came. He was the one that did exercise patience and self-control perfectly. Even that scene in the wilderness with Satan, when he says, I give you all these cities. You could conquer these cities. You could have all the power, all the glory. We can shortcut the cross. I can give it to you now. But instead, our Savior exercised patience and self-control and said, it's not now and it's not this way. It's my Father's timing, my Father's way. And he patiently endured until the cross. Had he given in, had he not exercised patience and self-control, you and I wouldn't be saved today. We wouldn't have life. But because he endured and he died on the cross for our sin, for our impatience and lack of self-control, he was then able to rise from the grave to new life and then give us, those who would trust in him, his own life, his spirit. And what's the fruit of that spirit? Patience and self-control. So today, I ask you, where do you not see patience or self-control in your life? I know for me, the pandemic has definitely shown that I have small amounts of patience, and I want control. I want to do things my way, but it is not better. What's better for us is not to have things our way, but to learn what it means to patiently wait on God's timing and do in self-control say, God, your way, not mine. I don't want to be a taker. I want to be one who, like you, gives. So praying for us today that we practice that patience and self-control so that we might walk in accordance with our patient, self-controlled Savior. Love you guys. Hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. Love you. And not to be outdone by Blair in his ski-like lookout video with his fancy Martin Media, I'm now at Kenai River Canyon, very steep and dangerous, to bring you bloopers. Bleep. Good morning, church. Happy Sunday. Sunday? Friday? Wait, where? Hold on. Bleep. Morning, church. Happy Saturday. Saturday. Third day. Bleep. Good morning, church. Happy. Bleep. We gotta grip it, grab it, grip. We gotta bleep. We gotta grip, we gotta grab, grip. Bleep. Morning, church. Happy Just kidding, I didn't fall.